Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's good to see you all. It's been a hot minute. I've been working on a short film with my wife, which has been really fun and learning a lot and figuring things out. But it's been taking up a lot of time. It always takes longer than you anticipate to kind of figure out these scenes. And managing three kids under three, which is full on in itself. But amidst all of that, I haven't been able to post as much as I'd love to, but I couldn't help but want to comment on what we've recently had an update on, which is the Superman suit reveal. So obviously, DCU is coming to us hot and fast. James Gunn's been working on it. The filming's happening right now. It's all very exciting, and people have been begging to see a little bit more of the Superman suit. We've seen the emblem that was posted by James Gunn a few weeks back. For all of us who loved parts of the old DCEU, it's hard for some of us to move past some of these realities, which is that Henry Cavill, sweet baby, beautiful, handsome Henry Cavill, is not going to be playing Superman again, unless there's some odd cameo, side story, whatever that might happen. You never know, but chances are no. And for now, we've got David Corenswet. This dude, as all actors who take on any role that is beloved by anyone who played before him or her, there's always a lot of hate. It's just what people do. They just hate things. And people have been comparing him to Henry Cavill and saying, well, he looks so similar, all this kind of stuff. I mean, the reality is if you get any good-looking white dude with black hair, unless he looks like Quasimodo, you're going to be saying, hey, that's basically Henry Cavill. I'm always optimistic around these things. I want people to make a good film. I want the film to be good. I want the performances to be great. I want the story to be great. So I have no reason to want to downplay or dislike any of the things that are coming out. But I want to look at them objectively as well. So we've got the Superman image that's come out, and let's have a look at it. The first thing that strikes me is this a AI image? I think a lot of people have felt similar, but I'm not too bothered by that. The fact that it was posted by James Gunn, we know it's legit. And for me, obviously you take in the Superman suit, but what I'm most interested in actually is what story is this telling? And we'll get to that in a second. But when I look at the suit, let's break it down from toe to head, shoulders, knees, and toes, right? Let's get into it. So first of all, we've got the curl dangling in a strange place, but looks good. Classic Superman look. We've got that Superman logo, which is reminiscent of Kingdom Come, the New 52 Superman. This whole suit is taken from a lot of different parts of Superman history. The cape doesn't come from the neck, it comes from the shoulders, which I think is actually pretty awesome. I like that. It feels somehow like royalty in a way. It kind of reminds me of Gladiator. The high neck. Come on, Battinson life. He's got the high neck on the Batman outfit there. And I'm liking the high collar. Now, there's a bit of controversy. I've come across a few people saying, well, it's wrinkling. There's a crinkle and a wrinkle, and it looks weird. This doesn't bother me because I found that most of the times, for example, the Henry Cavill suit, awesome suit, makes it look like it never wrinkles, and so sometimes you see it does. And it breaks the illusion in a way for me. It reminds you that, oh, this is actually just a costume. Because they're trying to make it out like it doesn't wrinkle. It's just like this armor plated or this buff thing. And look, that's fine. But the fact that this wrinkles makes me feel like, hey, it's like real material. This is like a real suit. From what I understand, James Gunn said there's not going to be no pads and things in these suits, so it's just plain straight buff Corenswet. It's got the little patterns on it, the little lines and textures, which it doesn't sway me either way. I'm like, yeah, it's got some textures on it, it's got some lines. Cool. Superman's, wherever they are on Krypton, probably have designers who are like, I like a little bit of flair or whatever. I don't know. Doesn't bother me. I think a lot of people were saying, this outfit's kind of looking a little bit like some MCU stuff. I don't get that vibe at all. I don't think it's reminding me of the MCU. I think it does feel still very DC. But I can get where people might be coming from with that, because I know the MCU's got like a specific flavor that has certain elements that this one might, indicate towards. But I think it's got a DC tone to it. Then we got the most zoomed in crotch shot since the who knows what. I mean, it definitely looks like he's got the red undies, and some people are like, red undies, that's amazing, and it's like every Superman outfit that's before Henry Cavill's had red undies. It's not that much of a big surprise. I think Henry Cavill's was probably a deviation from the usual, so not a problem. I think it's only as odd as you make it. And he's putting on his boots, and he's got like a cool, it looks like a very heavy cape, which I think for someone who's super strong shouldn't be a problem. So that's the suit, right? I mean, overall, I think cool. I got no problem with it. The rest of the outfit looks like he's been a little bit roughed up, and that kind of leads me into this whole thing. It's like, why this image? Why is James Gunn putting this out? What is he trying to tell us? And a lot of questions, like, Superman changes in like a split second, right? He's usually in some phone booth or behind some corner playing with the trash can. I don't know. Like, he changes really fast. So it's really odd that he's just kind of like it looks like he's taking his time. And some people are saying this is just like a lazy Superman. He's just chilling. He just finished watching Netflix. For me, when I try and look at this image and try and see what's the story they're telling here, well, you got like the giant jellyfish Kaioken attack coming from Goku at the back there, which could be anything. But if you look at Superman, look at Clark Kent's face here, he looks like he's had a rough day. I mean, it looks like he's not like, woohoo, let's put on the suit and go and fight. He doesn't look particularly perturbed by the fact that this whole giant thing is happening behind him. And, well, I think that's interesting, because it seems to me like, obviously he's been in battle. He's got some scuffs and some buffs and whatever it is, some dirt on his suit. So he's been a bit battling. Maybe someone stole his boots, because now he's had to put on a fresh pair. But here he is, looking like he's just like needs a nap. And he's just, I'm going in for another round. And I really appreciate that. I really appreciate the fact that if that's what they're going for, if they're trying to tell us that this is Superman who's been beat down over and over and over again, and here he is again, ready to take it on again. The next level has just arrived, and he's like, man, I could do with a break, but here we go. Cool. That's a story I'm interested in paying attention to. Let's talk about the background for a little bit. The thing that I found, I love the Batman, and I loved the Dark Knight trilogy with Christopher Nolan and with Christian Bale. I've loved Robert Pattinson and Matt Reeves. I've loved the old school Michael Keaton Batmans. But there's something about particularly Christopher Nolan and Matt Reeves Batman that creates a world, a DC world, where sometimes it feels like the fantastical can't happen. Like, you can't really experience these alien elements. You had the Man of Steel and you had Batman v Superman, which brought in those ideas, but still felt like they couldn't really represent what the comics were doing. And, people are always looking to do something different with these characters, but I don't feel like anyone's really done the comics in movie form in a way that's represented the color palette and the people always going for this grounded feel. I'm just waiting for someone to embrace the comics for their colors, and we're seeing this emerge in people wanting to stay true to the original source material. I mean, we've got the Deadpool 2, 3, whatever. What is it? Deadpool 3? Deadpool 3 trailer coming out with Wolverine, and he's now in the classic yellow suit. And, back in 2000 when X-Men came out, people were like, wow, that would look so stupid. And then people are realizing, hey, it actually won't. It's cool in the comics, and it can be done well. If it's done well, it will look good. So what I love about this background is that we've got these interesting colors. Like, we've got these bright pinks and these greens and the city of Metropolis is just vibrant and alive, and it's a world that looks like it is from the comics for me, and that I can appreciate. The story that we're telling here is that this is a fantastic alien events, these otherworldly events that are happening in this, that doesn't have to feel like it's going to be super grounded in major political trials. And I love Batman v Superman. I am a major fan of Batman v Superman, but there is an element there that was like a very political film. Superman can be a political figure. I think that's fine, but it really lent into that quite a lot. This could be just the capturing the classic feel of the essence of Superman being this hero, Boy Scout, always doing good, never giving up, always doing his best, believing in the good in people, and that there's always hope. And that's what I want to see from the Superman, and I want to see it in a world that can allow for these kinds of things. Now, as we know, this movie is going to have Green Lantern. It's going to have a whole myriad of superheroes in it. So already we've established that this is going to be a world that encapsulates the superhero experience. And it's just nice to see that. From this, I get excited by the idea of what they're trying to tell here. The story of this, for me, is the most interesting. More interesting than the suit. Because the suit's like, if it was average, the movie's great, it's still fine. You're still happy. You can have a terrible or a great suit, regardless. If the movie sucks, then the movie sucks. So we want this to be a good movie, and that's what I'm most interested in, is the story. I don't think there's anything about the suit that I'm like, oh my goodness, that's like so embarrassing. I think it's a really solid effort, and I'm excited to see how it is in movement. And if there's maybe variations of the suit, this might be the first iteration, or it might just be, the one for the film. We don't know, but for now, it feels like Superman to me, and that's I think what I really want. So, look, obviously there's a lot of opinions online about this. I just know the comment section for every single one of these videos is always like polar opposite. Someone's always like, "This is trash. Bring back Henry Cavill," or someone's like, "This is the best. You guys should stop hating James Gunn." At the end of the day, all we want is a good story, and we want these characters we love so much to be told in a way that makes us happy and makes us want to go back and watch it again, and makes us want to see more. As I've said before, this film, Superman, which used to be called Superman Legacy, has to be a knock out of the park. It has to be brilliant. It has to be great. It has to be the entry point for everyone to be like, oh, okay, there's a different vision. I was a bit confused because there's like 1,000 Supermans, 1,000 Batmans, all these like different things. Oh wait, you're starting again, but I like what you're doing. I like where you're going, and I want to be a part of it. That's what they need. And if they can deliver that, then it's going to set up what all of us DC fans are hoping for, is a bright and hopeful and wonderful DC universe, instead of this just smattered mess of a collage of different ideas and money grabbing and all the like things that came with the DCEU. Lots of wonderful things, a lot of very frustrating things. I'm excited to start again, and I think we deserve the DC universe that we all want to see. So, what do you guys think? I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear your opinions. Let me know, because this is interesting. I'm very excited. I hope we see a bit more about some of the other characters and a little bit more. But I've got that little inkling of excitement that's like coming in, like this is brewing. And I can't wait to see this movie. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time, and have a fantastic, wonderful, lovely, awesome day.